So we all have different budgets when it comes to audio for our PCs, whether it be content creation or talking to our friends on Discord. We all need a microphone, and some of us might have a really basic budget and want to start off with something simple like this microphone from Kmart that only costs $29. Then you might want to upgrade to something like this from HyperX, which is about $129. It allows you to plug in a pair of headphones and actually monitor your audio input so you can hear yourself back, but also the quality is going to be a fair step up compared to that basic one from Kmart. Or you just might want something really simple like this headset and microphone combo from Yamaha, which is about $220, but actually for the price, when you get 2-in-1 with audio monitoring as well, it is actually a really good solid option, being very compact and easy to use. Then you might want to start getting really serious and purchase something like what I'm using now, which is an XLR condenser microphone from Yamaha, which is about $200-ish and requires an audio input, which is also another, $100 or so depending on the model that you buy, but gives you another step up in terms of audio quality. If you are that person, then today we're going to be taking a look at a product from Elgato. This is the Wave XLR and the Wave DX XLR microphone. This combo together costs around about $300 and is going to give you a extremely high audio quality, premium sound, a lot of really easy to use features via their software. And so today I'm going to get this out of the box, set it all up for you guys so that way you can explore this product, through this video and decide if it is worth the investment for you. So if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to chuck it a like, get subscribed, and let's begin. So guys, we've got the Wave DX microphone connected and hooked up to my boom arm. We've got it connected to the Wave XLR audio interface. And this is your first impressions, of this microphone and how it actually sounds. And you can go back and you can compare to some of those other USB microphones that I had at the beginning of the video if you want to get a bit of a bit of a comparison. But I've already listened to some of the recordings and I actually do think that this microphone captures a lot of detail while still having a nice, warm, rich sound, and actually reflects how I sound in real life. I actually think it's a pretty nice microphone. In terms of what's in the box, it's literally just the microphone and a little thread, so 3/8" to 5/8" thread adapter, so you can hook it up to your boom arm. If you don't have a boom arm, I would recommend getting one, but there's no XLR cable or anything like that. For the interface, the XLR interface comes with literally just a USB Type-C cable and some quick start guides, and that's pretty much it as well. And so if you do need to get yourself a boom arm or an XLR cable, I can leave some links down in the video description if you want to go and pick yourself up a boom arm. The one that I'm using is not from Elgato, it's from Thronmax. It's called the S6 Twist. It goes for about $150. So all up, if you are going to go down this path, you're going to be looking at probably about $400-ish to get yourself a microphone, an input, and a boom arm, depending on what sort of models and what sort of places you have available to you where you can actually shop. But overall, I think the microphone actually sounds really nice. I've got it positioned about 5-6 centimeters away from my mouth. The orientation that you can see it in right now is what Elgato, recommends on their website. And they actually do have some software, which I'm going to get to in a minute so I can show you how it all works. And they do suggest using some effects and EQs to get the most out of this microphone. But I just wanted to do a quick little, intro to this mic so you can see how it actually sounds. So what I'll do now is I'll actually jump and switch scenes so we can go into the software and see how that works. Guys, very exciting, big update. We're doing a giveaway on the microphone and the mixer plus a cable from Elgato. So big shout out to those guys. This is a competition for those of you who are in Australia and New Zealand. So unfortunately for everyone else, you'll have to wait until the next time I can do a global one. But this is for Australian and New Zealand residents only. Link to enter down in the video description. It's a Gleam link, so go and click that if you want to enter and have the chance on upgrading your audio setup at home. So guys, very exciting. Go and enter, and now on with the video. Now, what you can currently see on the screen is all of the Elgato software that you can download from the website. So down on the bottom left, we've got the Wavelink software, so you can actually see the microphone and audio levels as you're talking or listening to music or a game or whatever it might be. Then you've got the Elgato equalizer. So to add EQs, for example, you can see here on Wavelink, we've got the mic. There's a little green button here that looks like a little EQ symbol. If you click on that, you can go ahead and click the plus and add an different EQ, noise removal, and then there's also NVIDIA broadcast noise removal as well. So I've added all three of them. And I'll go ahead and switch those on now. So you can see they come into effect. I'll turn them back off though, so you can start off and see how the equalizer works. So this is a waveform of my voice as I'm talking. Down on the bottom left, it says 20 hertz. On the bottom right, it says 20 kilohertz. So the bottom left basically is your bassy, your lows, all those really deep low volumes or low sounds, I should say. And then, 20 kilohertz is reflecting really high sounds. So like air, whistling, those super high frequencies. And then you've got everything else in between. And what Elgato's done to make it easy is they've made a description to sort of match those ranges. So rumble, sub bass, boom and warmth. Middle is sort of boxy. Then we've got nasal, presence, and air. And I feel like I'm personally in that sort of like boomy warmth, boxy sort of area, but depending on your voice, you might want to go ahead and adjust these. And so to do that, you can go ahead and just move this, for example, this little dot here around, or you can double click on the line and you can add some extra. So maybe what I want to do is I want to remove some of the bass and the depth in my voice. So I go ahead and I drag that down. And then the green one, which is the highs, maybe I want to just boost that a little bit. And then the boxy sort of nasal tones, I might want to just remove that a little bit as well. So you can now hopefully see a bit of a difference. If I go ahead and click on one of these dots, I can just press the delete key and delete it if I want to delete it. And then if I want to just drag this around, hopefully you'll see some sort of difference in this recording of the EQ happening in real time. Then, as you can see behind me, we've got a fan. So they actually have a noise removal tool. So if you want to go ahead and actually, remove the sound of fans or maybe traffic or whatever it is that's happening in your space, you can do that through these tools. So what I'll do is I'll shut up for a second so you can hear it with and without. So first of all, without. And now we'll turn it on. So at the moment it's set to 100%, that's the strength. Using the NVIDIA, obviously removal tool requires you to have an NVIDIA graphic card. It does use about 10% of your GPU's resources, so just sort of take that into effect. But if I turn off the NVIDIA one and I just use the Elgato one, we'll see what the difference is. So we'll turn off NVIDIA and we'll turn on the Elgato version. So that's on, and that's off, and on, and off. So let me know what you think. I'm going to go ahead and delete this EQ though. I'm going to chuck this into Premiere and see how it sounds, and then we'll move on and I'll show you guys the XLR Mixer and how that works as well. So now let me take you through a bit of an overview, a quick one on the Wave XLR. And I have to say that from a design aspect, I really do like their choice to have this thing facing pretty much vertical with matte plastic and some nice white diffuse LEDs. I think it looks really nice on the desk, and it's actually really, really easy to sort of touch and use when you want to, quickly change a setting when you're gaming and streaming with your friends. So on the front, you can see you've got the Wave XLR branding up in the top left. You've got this massive dial with 25 white LEDs that I did count, so there are 25 LEDs. You've got on the bottom left a microphone symbol, headphone symbol, and then like a fade mix symbol as well. And then on the bottom right is a 48 volt icon as well to tell you that you are powering on your microphone. On the back side, there is an XLR cable input, a 3.5mm audio jack input for your headphones, so you can monitor your microphone and your audio. And then you've got a USB Type-C cable input there as well that goes back to your PC, which will power and communicate all the data back to your computer. And then, in terms of the different settings, so the microphone, first of all, starting on the left, you can go ahead and adjust this dial, which will adjust your microphone gain. So as you can see, I've got mine set to roughly about 75% or so. And this dial, when you move it, actually goes ahead and gives you like a tactile bump as you're moving the dial around. And then to move to the next setting, so your headphones, you just press that in, and now we're on the headphones. So this is adjusting your headphone volume. So if you want to put it all the way up, that's 100%. output, and you can go ahead and reduce it if you so wish. So again, I've got it set to about 70%, and this is independent volume output compared to your Windows audio settings as well. So this is just totally separate. And then you've got the next style, if we press that along, is your mixer. So having it all the way to the left basically means you're only listening to your voice through the microphone. If I have it set to the middle, I'm basically getting equal game audio or Windows audio, and then equal microphone input as well. So I'm hearing myself, but I'm also hearing the game. And this is, I guess, the big selling point, or one of the selling points of the Wave XLR. So when you are gaming with your friends, if you want to hear the voice chat a little bit more than the game, so you can make sure you've got the right comms, you can go ahead and tilt this a little bit more to the left so you can hear yourself, but also hear your friends. And then if you want to go ahead and have it more to the right, you're going to get more of the game or more of the mix, but less of your voice. So that's basically how that works. Really, really simple. The one thing that I do wish that they maybe have added, or maybe they do on the next version, is have a second 3.5mm jack for a set of speakers. So if you do have speakers like I do, you can switch between speakers and your headphones without having to mess around or do anything with Windows. But that's a real nitpick, but just the one thing to maybe consider if you do have a set of speakers like me and you want to have just one device for managing all of your audio. But overall, for those of you who are going to be using this purely with a pair of headphones, you're going to have everything that you need in a really small, tight little package. And when you do disconnect this and repower it back on, it does remember all of your settings. So once you've got it pretty much set, you don't have to do anything else. One thing as well that I forgot to mention is at the back there is a strip there. So when I tap that, everything will turn red, and that will basically mute your microphone. So if you need to answer a phone call, go to the door and talk to somebody, or just leave to have a break or whatever it is, you can just literally tap on that capacitive strip and that will mute everything. So I'll show you how that works. So I'll tap on it now and you'll see it turn red. And if I unmute it, you can literally now hear me again. So pretty simple. I just said before when I had it muted, you can't hear me if you can't lip read. Well, that's just what I said. So if I tap it again, unmuted. So really simple. Overall, very nice package. Really happy with it. Goes really nicely with the microphone too. And I think this will suit pretty much every single desk that's out there. So guys, let me know what you think about these products from Elgato. The microphone, the mixer, I think it's a really good solution. The cheapest in Australia that I could find the microphone for was about $139. The mixer goes for about $149. The cable, you don't have to buy the Elgato one, which is $29. You can literally just get whatever XLR cable that is out there. Something reputable usually does the job. And then the boom arm, I would recommend having a boom arm. You don't want to be holding this thing. Boom arms can go for anywhere between $50 and $130. The one I'm using is about $129 from Thronmax and does the job absolutely perfectly fine. And there are lots of other options out there, so just maybe shop around for that part. But if you're just looking at getting the mic, the mixer, the cable, you're looking at about $317. With a boom arm as well, you're looking at about $460, $450, depending on what model that you choose. If you want something that is literally copy and paste what I'm using, you're going to be paying about $450, $460, and that's not with the pair of headphones either. So you got to add that on as well. So maybe another $100 for a pair of headphones. So that brings the total to about $550. A bit of a comparison, if you want to check one out, is one that I did with Yamaha, the YMC01 and the ZG01 pack. You can find that on sale for anywhere between $600 or $700, but that doesn't come with a boom arm, unfortunately, as well. So Elgato is probably the value option in this aspect. So let me know what you think. I think it's a good product. It sounds great. The software is good. The mix is great. But it is really for someone who is wanting to maybe step up their audio and get into streaming and content creation a little bit more serious and wants to have a little bit more control with the sound and the quality of everything. You know, maybe you've got a really good camera and you want an audio solution to match. Maybe this is the one to go for. But as I showed in the beginning of the video, you can get some really good microphones and solutions for literally like $50, $100, $150, depending on what you're trying to do. So it's kind of one of those things where I do recommend it, but you have to have that use case for it as well. Hope that all makes sense. Everything that I've talked about is down in the video description. If you like the video, chuck it a like, get subscribed. Thanks for Elgato to send this over so I can check it out for you guys. If you have any questions, please hit me up. Social media, Discord, come and join. Talk to me about it if you want to know anything more. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.